Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Bill Safranek Team podcast. In this show, we look back at our careers as educators and coaches. We will talk with people that we have taught, mentored, coached, influenced, had a connection with in our careers. My name is Mike LaPorta, and I am the former principal of Freedom High School, as well as the former head wrestling coach at Muhlenberg College. Today, I'm talking with Dr. Mark Augello. Mark, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Mark is a former Freedom High School parent and the owner of Dr. Augello Chiropractic and Dr. Augello Health and Body Makeover. We'll talk about the boys in a few minutes, but why don't you share with us how it all got started?
Well, Mike, you mentioned wrestling. I wrestled from the time I was in kindergarten all the way through high school. And I remember my spine was all beaten up. I had neck pain, back pain, and one of my family friends was going to a chiropractor. And I said, well, what's that all about? He says, you should check it out. The guy, he lines up your spine. He takes the pressure off the nerves. The nerves are going to flow. You're going to feel better. So I went and I got a chiropractic adjustment. And it was wonderful how great I felt. And I was sitting in the waiting room, and the waiting room was packed with people who were happy. There was no medicine, no scalpels, no blood and guts. And I'm like, I really like this. It goes along with my philosophy of just trying to get healthy through natural means. So after high school, I went to LaSalle University, and from there I went to the Pennsylvania College of Chiropractic, and now I'm in my 30th year, believe it or not, of practicing chiropractic here in Lehigh Valley.
So as I said a little while ago, you have Dr. Augello Chiropractic, and you formed Dr. Augello Health and Body Makeover. This is your 30th year in practice of chiropractics. Why the transition to weight loss and weight management?
Yeah, you know what? We still have the full-time chiropractic office, but we added the health and body makeover because, again, personally, I wasn't feeling good about 15 years ago, and I went to the medical doctor, and he said, well, yeah, you have depression, you should take a script for this, and then you have high blood pressure, you should take a script for that, and you have high cholesterol, you should take a script for that, and you're not sleeping well. And I left the place, I had 5 prescriptions for medication, and I said, this is not right. There's something wrong with this. I'm not healthy because I'm lacking all these meds. So I talked to a friend of mine. He said, Mark, you got to come with me. I'll introduce you to some of the best natural health minds in the country. And we flew to California, and we met a bunch of great docs. And then from there, I met a doc who has a full weight loss center out in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I flew out there and I mentored with him. And I took back everything I learned from them, applied it to myself, lost the weight. Now I'm in perfect health and homeostasis, didn't need any of those medications. And I said, you know what, let's start sharing it with the people of Lehigh Valley. So for the last about 12 years, we've been full-time with both the chiropractic and the health and body. And it's just been miraculous. And it's been my pleasure to help these people get healthy naturally.
You mentioned homeostasis. Explain that to our viewers.
Basically, what you want to be is in a state of natural balance, And when you're obese, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, non-alcoholic fatty liver, those things mean you're out of balance.
Yeah.
And my program was to put you in balance. And when you're in balance, you'll go to your natural weight. Things will balance out without the use of trying to force it there with medication.
Right. I remember, it was a couple of weeks ago. You and I were out casually having some conversation, and we were talking about wellness and weight management and exercise and all of that stuff. And this gentleman walks over to us, and he starts talking about his personal situation. I'm on high cholesterol medicine. I'm on high blood pressure medicine. And he said, do you think I could get off of this medicine? Yes, what was your response?
Oh, I said, of course. And I took one look at him. He had what's called Metabolic Syndrome. He had like that big Buddha belly. And as soon as you see that, that's called Syndrome X. And right away I could tell, I kid the patients and say I have this X-ray laser vision like Superman, but he's got a big fat all around his liver. He's starting to get fat around his heart. Without even talking to him, I could tell him he's gone metformin for pre-diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and he was on all those things. And basically, it's your diet. What you put in your mouth can either be the best medicine or the worst poison. And I just told him, I said, look, you're eating way too much sugar or things that convert to sugar. And the problem is insulin is supposed to get the sugar out of your bloodstream. It's supposed to stick it in your muscles so you work it off during the day. Well, he's become resistant. It's called insulin resistance. So the sugar has nowhere to go in him. It can't go in his muscle. It can't go in his liver. So it's being stored in fat. And he's going to get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And here's the scary part. Once your fat doesn't want the sugar, you're type 2 diabetic. So what we do in our office is we reverse type 2 diabetes. We reverse insulin resistance. We reverse another thing called leptin resistance, which the hormones go to your brain to tell you how big and small you are. His brain's not getting the message. So here you see a big obese guy and his brain thinks he's 80 pounds and starving. Well, of course, he's going to slow his metabolism down. And what's it going to tell him to do? Eat, eat, and eat. So the main thing for homeostasis is to get you insulin sensitive and leptin sensitive, cleanse your liver, clean out your gut. Everything is gut health. You're starting to hear about it now, but gut health is where it's at. You have to have a healthy gut. And even with people like with depression, when they come in the office, I said 95% of your serotonin is made in your gut. 95%. Everybody's on antidepressants to try to build up serotonin in their brain, but it's coming from your gut. So when I heal your gut, the serotonin flows to the brain. All of a sudden, hey, I'm sleeping better, I'm happier, I'm having more energy. So that's what homeostasis is all about, being in your best state of health.
So I'm a prospective patient for Dr. Augello's health and body makeover. I want to lose weight. What does it look like? How do I get there?
Well, you call for a consultation and we sit down and we talk with you and we go over your history and we find out, my first question I ask everybody is, why are you here? What are you looking for? Well, what are you looking to do? A lot of times, I don't feel good. I'm gaining weight. I don't feel like myself. Hey, now all of a sudden, back in the old days, I could eat whatever I want. Now I can't. And most of the times, as we age, our hormones get out of balance. So I take their whole health history and listen to what they have to say and what their goals are, and then I make a personalized recommendation for them.
Okay. Part of your program is diet based. There are it's supplement based, and there's a recommended exercise regimen. How important is exercise as it connects to diet and supplement?
Well, when people come in and they say, Doc, I've tried everything. I've been going to the gym 2 hours a day, 6 days a week for a year, and I haven't lost a pound. Exercise is good for you. It's good for heart health. It's good for you. But exercise alone is not going to do it. You have to balance your hormones, and that's the main thing. I want to turn on your fat-burning hormones, turn off your fat-storing hormones. I want to get your liver cleansed. We got to get the toxins out of your body, and that's the key to the program. And then your commitment to me is it's 1 hour a week. We put you on a circuit. When you come in, we go over your journal. We find out how you're doing. You keep a journal. Then you do what we call EWOT, exercise with oxygen therapy, where, I don't expect you to get up at 5 a.m. and go running. I don't do it. I don't expect you to do it. So all you have to do is stand on our machine. We hook you up to a 5-liter oxygen tank. It oxygenates your blood. It oxygenates your plasma. Then we put you in an infrared sauna. It's the only chamber in the world that you can burn calories with exercise. NASA developed it. Then we do body wraps from UCLA Medical Center, which pushes out cellulite and toxins. And we even have a headset and glasses on you that we put on you, which balances your brain chemistry. And it says, hey, relax. Life is good. You drink your water, eat your vegetables. Nothing tastes as good as feeling thin. And we have a different program for that every time. It's called neuro-linguistic programming. And then it's 1 hour a week, and then we work on you, and depending on how much weight you need to lose and how much services we need, we tell you your programs. We have them from 5 weeks all the way up to a year, depending on what you need.
How much water do you drink a day?
Yeah, the more water, the better. There's an old saying of half your body weight in ounces, but as I always say, hey, as long as you can get 64 ounces in a day, I can live with it.
So once you've achieved your target, my weight loss, I've achieved my weight loss target, what's the maintenance plan like?
The maintenance plan is really simple. I say drink 2 scoops of our shake a day, because our shakes have vitamins, minerals, enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, all your essential amino acids in our shake. When you hear the word essential amino acid, that means your body can't make it. You have to ingest it. You follow our food list, and lastly, we want you to cleanse your liver. Cleansing is the key to the program. I always say to somebody, well, how old are you? Let's just say you're 50 years old. I said, if you have a 50-year-old vacuum cleaner, okay, it's not picking up, and you pull that zipper down and that bag is rock hard, well, what are you going to do? And they said, well, of course I'm going to change the bag. I said, yeah, we're not going to change your liver, but we're going to cleanse your liver. So you do a periodic cleanse, and if you do those things that keep your liver cleansed, it'll keep your fat burning hormones on, it'll keep the toxins out of your system, you will be able to maintain your weight for life.
When you say periodic cleanse, is that connected to fasting? Do you do fasting with?
Yes. We use the word cleansing because fasting is applying, you're just doing nothing but water. We don't do pure water cleanses. Our cleanse is like the master cleanse. We have lemon juice, a little bit of pure maple syrup, and distilled water, but we give you special supplements to take with it. And those supplements have so much nutrients, you could literally do our cleanse for 40 days and be perfectly healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But our cleanses usually last anywhere between 1 and 3 days.
Yep.
1 and 3 days.
So if there was a particular food or food group that you would recommend to our listening audience, a food or food group to avoid, what would it be?
Yeah, I would say, back when they first discovered diabetes, it used to be called sugar diabetes. But the food industry forced the medical profession to take the word sugar away from it because they didn't want people to stop eating their products. So I would say when you're looking at labels and things, don't worry about the fat content. Fat does not make you fat. People don't realize that. It's the sugar, because the more sugar you have, the more your pancreas has to release insulin, and the quicker you're going to become insulin resistant, and the quicker you're going to become pre-diabetic and diabetic. So, what you put in your mouth can be the greatest medicine, and it can also be the greatest poison. So really be careful about sugar. And also, one little tip, if it says diet on it or sugar-free, run. That's even worse for you, because all those things have chemicals in it that are replacing the taste, and it's even worse for you.
Gotcha. Let's change gears. How are the boys?
The boys are doing good. My son Francesco, we call him Frankie. He graduated from Temple. He's starting his 3rd year at Air Products. My son Marco is graduating from Westchester University in nutrition, and he's going to come work with me, and he's going to study to become a doctor of clinical nutrition. And my baby Dominic, he's a senior at Temple, and he'll graduate in May, and he's majoring in marketing, and he's going to get out there in the workforce soon enough.
Yeah, I remember, oh my God, probably 10 years ago, we were at the Freedom High School band preview night, and I was there. My wife left, and I told her I'd get a ride home, and you offered a ride home to me, and Frankie was there, and oh my God, he was this little skinny young man that shy as can be, and over the 4th of July holiday, we had a chance to see Frankie, and he's really turned himself into a wonderful young man. And Marco was there. I've seen Marco here in the office, and Dominic playing darts in the basement. That's all cool. So if you were to offer one takeaway to a patient or a future client of yours, what would it be?
I'd say, listen, come in for a consultation. We talk about your health. I make some recommendations, and I tell this, hey, if you want to do the program, great. If you don't, it's okay. We're still friends. I'm here as a service to you. I'm here to serve the community. And, we've had over 5,000 people go through the program and have all this success, and literally miracles happen. I've seen miracles happen here. And the best part is, it's all while you're eating until you're full. You're eating real food until you're full. This is what I tell people. If you're eating real food until you're full every meal, you're sleeping better. You're waking up and you're not exhausted. You have more energy. You're happy. Your clothes are falling off because you're losing so much weight. Are you going to quit the program? They said, no, of course not. I said, exactly. And the beautiful thing is, when you're getting healthy in the program, when you're at your weight, there's no big transition because you're already eating real food until you're full. We just fixed all the plumbing in there. So that's what I would say. Hey, come on in and talk with me. And what do you have to lose except the weight and some of this bad health that you don't want carrying around with you.
Mark, thank you. It was a pleasure being with you here
Thank you.
today.
I had a great time.
I want to thank you for tuning in to our show today. Looks like we're out of time. I want to thank Dr. Mark Augello for his time. I thank our producers, New Street Digital, for helping us create this show. And once again, I thank you for tuning in. Have a great week.